Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. So I've come on today to, I said I would come on to do a little bit of maybe stitching or something. I've done, I showed you some of these the other day. I didn't show you this one, but I did show you this one. So I did a smaller one and really happy with them all. Oops, and there was the one that I finished the other day. So I will do another. No, I'm going to do another one like this. Is what I'm doing. So it's a 4-part sphere. Actually, did I make a mistake there? No, I don't think I did. That was a 3 one. So these, I made 2 3-sided ones. I've made 2 4-sided ones, but I'm making another 4-sided one. So what I've done is I just cut enough fabric out of this silk. Now I wasn't going to use silk, I was going to use other fabrics, but I quite liked the colours of these, so I thought I'd do it. And I've got this piece here. I know I've got more pieces somewhere, so but you can see they're a bit crumpled up. Oh, I broke my needle then. I was thinking about using this and sort of, but then I realised that that's so small, it would be such a waste of, you know, of this beautiful fabric. I would do a larger one if I was going to use that. So anyway, so I've cut this out and I've drawn around it. Now you could pin that to this like that, and like this, and have it pinned to there, but I don't want to. I haven't done that for any of them. Now my stitching is a bit wonky, I must admit, but you know, yeah, I'll just live with that. And what I'm doing is just cutting around and creating a border around them so that I've got some seam allowance. Yeah, as I say, what I should have done actually was cut them all out at the same time, but never mind. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just cutting out all the way around them. It does take some time to do this little project, and you know, it's very fiddly when you're sewing. So I don't want. I may have to cut some out. You know, I may have to do some editing. Well, I will probably. I'm pretty sure I will. Yeah, it's not easy to cut them out perfectly. Yeah, it's just a bit fiddly, I must admit, but you know, you make nice things, sometimes they are fiddly. And I mean, I probably make them a bit, you know, probably make a meal out of them more than I need to. It's just typical of me when I'm stitching, and you might know this if you've been watching me for a while. I hope you enjoyed the flip through of my journal. Don't think I can use those for anything, but I tend not to throw scraps away, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to use them for anything. Maybe a collage. Oops, I need to move my wire. Didn't know it. Right, so I've got my pieces. Now, there's my needle. I'm just going to use some gold thread, a sort of goldy coloured. That's the wrong scissors, put them away. I hope you're all well. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the flip through of the journal, the Christmas medieval journal. It was definitely a labour of love. A lot of work went into it, a lot of work. But you know, it's the biggest journal I've made, apart from my nature journal. So what I do is I put wrong sides together like this, and I try to find, I try to make sure that I stay in the lines of them. Now you've got to do a little, because these fabrics are not exactly the same size, which is really can be part of the problem. Let me just see if I can make them the same size. It can be a bit of an issue. I might leave that one for a minute because I think these are probably the same size or very similar. But this is just the bit that gets a bit tricky when you're trying to match them up. So I'll do my best. Right, so let's see. Now, do I want, yes, I'm going to have the shiny. I'm not bothered about matching up the two bits of, you know, the lines between the two fabrics. That doesn't bother me. So I'm going to come through this one at the top. What would be a top if I'd drawn it properly? There. And then I'm going to come through this one. So come through about there. Already I didn't do that very well, but never mind. Right, so yeah, so wrong sides back to back. And then I try to find the line and sort of work along the line as best I can. It's not easy, but hopefully it will work. You've just got to manoeuvre it a little bit, you know, keep your eye on it and what have you. So I'm just gonna do a running stitch. Actually, no, I'll do a back stitch because it'll be stronger, you know, because you're going to stuff it, so you do really want a little bit stronger. So I'll do back stitch. Yes, I'll be trying to keep to the line as best I can and not go too wobbly, because when you go wobbly, I can't see it very well because the light. Yeah, these two line up quite well actually. Oops, sorry, I just realised I wasn't, need to be careful, otherwise I'll, okay. I'll keep doing that, so I need to remember. I should put something in front of me, I guess, to stop me from doing it. Oh, that's my boiler. It's working overtime. There's a lot of, it's very cold here. Yeah, these two line up quite well, so should be okay. I probably won't do that. I'll probably stick to just, you know, being careful where I put my stitches rather than trying to rush it and do. Oops. So I'm guessing probably a lot of people are out shopping today, doing, you know, their Christmas shopping and what have you, trying to keep on top of it. It's oh, I can't think of anything worse than going to the shops right now, but it's very late. It's late in the afternoon, not very late, but it's late in the afternoon here. So you know, I wouldn't be going out anyway. And it gets dark so early now. It's almost 3 o'clock, I think, and it starts to, you know, get dark. Oh, I didn't check behind me, but I think it was staying quite well on the line. So seem to be doing okay. Yeah, I was pleased with the outcome of the journal. It took me a while to feel happy about it, but that's just me, you know, being finicky about things. I think I could see how beautiful it is once I'd done a flip through, because when you're working on something, you know, for a long time, and I had been working on it for some time, you stop seeing it, you know, your eyes sort of become accustomed to it, and you stop seeing it in the way maybe that others would see it in a flip through. So yeah, I wasn't sure about it, you know, all the way through the process. Kept doubting myself, which is typical again. Oh dear. Another knot. Come on. No, it's going to break. Oh, there we go. Managed to do it. Oh, I've crinkled up this. With this being like a satin fabric, it's very silky. It's not too bad to sew through though. I'm not you know, I was thinking to myself when I chose it, I was thinking, oh, this isn't going to be great for sewing through, but it's not too bad at all. I found some of the other ones harder, the other fabrics. Yeah, so yeah, but no, I was pleased with it in the end. So I'm not selling it. I feel because of the amount of hours that I worked on it, and I suppose the time and effort, you know, just everything about it, I felt that in order to sell it, I would be selling it at a price that I wouldn't feel comfortable asking. It's not that it's not worth it, it's just that, you know, it's my feeling about, you know, selling my work. Sometimes I struggle with it. And yeah, I mean, you know, if I compare, I try to keep, when I have sold my journals in the past, I've tried to keep them relatively, at a relative, you know, cost that's reasonable. But I know that if I compare my work to others being sold, you know, it's as high a quality as anybody else's. So, and their prices are much higher than mine. And so I feel like I'm selling myself short a little bit, but that's, you know, that's okay. It's more that I just feel that it would be, yeah, I'm not making any sense here. It's because I'm not sure about why. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's just that it would be expensive, and it's not that I want it sitting on my shelves either. I wanted to do a medieval one for some time, so I've achieved that. It's a very beautiful journal. It can be, you know, written, and there's a lot of writing space in it, and I'm pretty sure it'd make somebody happy, but I'm just not sure about selling it. I'm just not 100% certain about it. If I change my mind, but then by then it'd be too late. It's Christmas now, and people have bought their Christmas presents, etc. No doubt given their list to Santa. Right, so that's that side done. As you can see, I've got a fair amount of overlap, which is fine because I can cut that off. It probably wouldn't matter though that much. Okay, so now I'm going to do one of the other sides. I'll do this one and put it like that because I don't want the same colours. So this can get a bit tricky trying to line it up, but you know, it's manageable. Actually, I do need to just make that a little bit more visible. But I really hope that the journal inspires someone to use. I mean, I used a lot of digitals. It's funny. Sometimes I feel guilty about using digitals. It's ridiculous, you know, because you know you're helping another artist to pay for their bills and also, yeah, you're just paying a compliment to that artist by using their work. It's a good thing. Right, let me see if I can do this because I'm not 100% sure about. So that, yeah, I'll go back in. Because I need to make sure that I get a nice pointy. Not pointy, but as pointy as I can. What am I doing? Yeah. So I can go in there. No, there. Try to get it at the top as much as possible. There, it's perfect. Okay. Right, so let me just see where I'm coming out now. So I need to make sure that I line up as much as possible, as best as I can. I'm going to have to go back in. This is where it gets tricky, guys. But if you try and line them up, it should work. Okay, just do the best you can if you're going to do this. I would recommend it. It's lovely having your own Christmas baubles on your tree or wherever. You could hang them up, you could put them on a wreath or a garland or something. I just want to mention I had somebody comment that my voice was too low and could I turn it up. And this was after I'd explained that I'd been poorly for a number of weeks and couldn't speak, so it was particularly insensitive. You know, I don't believe that I can turn the sound up, but what I hope is that my subtitles are on, because I have hearing loss and so I can't hear, so I often have to turn the sound up, turn it up to the top and put on subtitles because I can't hear certain people, and that's okay. You know, I'm never going to say to someone, I can't hear you, what are you going to do about it? Because it's not, it's down to your whatever technology you're using, you know. It's nothing to do with me, so there's nothing I can do about it. So the lady, I believe, probably left the channel, which is fine by me. But if you haven't left the channel, just know that there's nothing I can do about it. I could speak louder maybe if I didn't have the issues I have with my voice. But if you'd watched me in the past, then you would know that this is a problem for me. If it's a problem for you, then in terms of not being able to hear and not using subtitles and not you know, not getting enjoyment, then, you know, I'm sorry about that. There's not much I can do. I speak as loudly as I possibly can with the voice that I've got. At the time, sometimes I'm not aware that I've gone quiet, but you can probably hear it in my voice today. It's not 100% still. I'm still struggling with it on a daily basis. But I did feel it was a little bit, you know, insensitive, given she probably couldn't hear, though. She couldn't hear, she probably didn't know. If she'd never watched my channel before, she probably didn't realise. So, not entirely her fault, but, and quite a lot of people don't realise that it's, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, if somebody knows differently, but I don't think I can turn the sound up. What I could do though is I did consider it after the comment, I thought, and I had been considering it in previous videos, is to get a microphone, so I may well do that. But obviously that's at my expense, so, you know, I'm trying to keep my costs down. But if you know, I've asked people and all of them have said no, there isn't an issue. So, you know, I don't know if this particular lady had hearing loss. I did have a comment before and I don't know if it's from the same lady. So I apologise for anyone who isn't able to hear me, but I don't believe it's something I can do other than buying a microphone. And I will do that in the future. You never know, Father Christmas might bring me one. But I do my best, you know. I think the people who regularly watch me and comment and know that I would do my best to make sure that the video is a decent quality. It's not easy sometimes, especially when you have to edit, and I'm not the best at editing. I admit that. I think I'm doing all right here. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't reply to her because I didn't want to be rude, and you know, sometimes these aren't real people. They're just, oh, sorry, they're just, I think she was genuinely a person, but you know, it's difficult to know. Sometimes it's bots or something, just trouble causes. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It didn't upset me. I just thought I'm not going to respond, given what that I'd mentioned, the fact that I was finding it difficult to speak. Okay. Alright, so that's not bad. Just finish off here, end off. Pencil it. Good. So that's coming together really nicely. I won't, the only thing is you can see the stitching, so I'm going to have to line it. I hoped that wouldn't be the case, because when you fill it, the stitching becomes visible. So I hoped that it would. I was doing it tight enough that it wouldn't, but I didn't want to pull too tightly with it being a satiny, silky fabric. Right, I'm just threading my needle, guys. Trying to think if there's anything to say. I'm away for Christmas. Staying with my son and daughter-in-law. Looking forward to that. And well, I'm staying with my daughter at first, and then staying with my son for a couple of days. So I'm spreading my time between family. I had a lovely evening last week with, I arranged with my sister and my niece and another friend to do our handmade wreaths. So I went out and collected all the material that we needed. I had a fair bit anyway, and so we made wreaths, and they were lovely. We all did a really good job. We had a lovely time chatting and crafting and what have you. So I think I will do this one to there. Yeah. Yeah, so we had a lovely time. My sister bought I made a chilli, vegetarian chilli, and my sister bought some snacks, some dips and things, and then we had a really nice bottle of something sparkly. So it was lovely. And everybody was proud of their work, or satisfied. Yeah, this should work out okay. I think we'll probably do it again, but we don't need an occasion. I mean, the reason I arranged it was because I thought it would be nice to do something together before Christmas, but I'll be seeing my niece and sister anyway next week, before I travel, and we're having a night together. But I'll probably do another crafting one soon, because they enjoyed it, and we talked about when the next thing we could make, but you don't really need a special festive season, or or a special seasonal thing to make crafts. You can do it anytime, and so that's what I was saying to them. I might even challenge them to make a little handmade book. How about that? A little jot, not a jotter, but a notebook or something, maybe as a gift for someone, and show them how to stitch it, bind it. Well, actually, one of the other friend that was there, Freya, she is actually a conservator of antique books, and very, very old books at Durham University. So she could show me how to do binding. And I wouldn't mind learning from her. I mean, she's learning herself. She's there on an internship and she's learning new techniques as well. But, she could pass on some tips. I could certainly do with learning more. I tend to stick to safe options when it comes to binding. But I would like to learn more, especially older techniques, and be amazing. Alright, it seems like it's taking a while, but I'm hoping that I don't have to edit it out if it's not too long, just because it's nice, to do a little bit of stitch and chat. Right, so now I've come to almost the top of there, and I'm going to now join the final edges. I won't join them completely. I join them, I leave maybe 2/3 of the way, and then I leave that open there. That's not very straight, so never mind. As I say, I'm going to have to put, what I have to do is put something on this one. You can see that I've done this. I'll probably have to do something similar on this one, because you can see the stitching, and I didn't, I thought I was stitching it as tight. Oh, what have I done? Hang on. Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, I thought I was stitching it quite well, but I hope I've done that well. No, I haven't. Okay, so I'm going to turn it inside out, and we'll see what we get. And then I can stuff it. Look at the stitching, that's terrible. That hasn't happened on any of my others. Oh, that's a shame, because it's so small. And it means that I'm going to cover up the edges. Well, let's see. Doesn't look as bad once you've turned it on, you're not putting stress on it. But you can see, look. And I stitched it. I thought I'd stitched it really well. Oh, come on. Right. Now. Come on. There we go. Okay, so that's how it looks. And I'm just going to get some stuffing. Sorry, it's just very close at hand. So okay. And I'll stuff some of it, and then I need to decide what I'm going to do with the stitch, putting so I do think it's quite pretty. The colours are lovely. Just the stitching isn't as strong. I think it's probably because, I would have pulled it a lot tighter if it had been thinking about it. Should I put the edging on now, or do I do it? I think I'll do it after I've stuffed it. I thought I had some more. Yeah, I do have some more stuffing on the desk. This does need to be filled out. So whatever I put around it needs to be quite thin. Okay, keep going with this. It'll look a lot better when it's finished. It's coming together now. Oh, it's lovely. And different colours. I love it. I'm very lucky to have these bits of fabric because I've had them for years, and they were given to me, you know, they were free. A lot of, I mean, I've bought a lot of these as well, but most of my fabrics are from I'm going to have to really tighten that and pull that in like that. And then that will get pulled in like that, but needs some more in. It's still not fully. I can use a pokey stick. But actually I think I prefer using my hands. Oh no, it goes in much better. Right, I think. So now I need to think about, so I've got to stitch it up obviously, and then, so I'll do that now, needle and thread. If I can find the end. I'm trying to think what I'm going to put around the edge. Just threading my needle, guys. All right. Proving a bit tricky. Right, let's see what I've got to put in it. I mean, to put around it. Right. Oh yeah, I've got this the right colour. There we go. That's very easy. Now I'll put the thread on, and then I'm going to work out how I need to do the ribbon. Okay, there's my thread. Put that there, put that there, everything out the way. Okay, so now I need to work out how to do this. So if I go all the way around to there, cut that off there with a bit to spare, and then I'll do the same on the other side, and hopefully it will be fine. Just going to take that little edge off there. Hope I didn't cut too much off then. No, plenty. Okay. Well, I haven't forgotten that I need to do the you know, the loop. tricky getting it in the right spot, I can tell you. Maybe I should have glued it actually. Just realised what I've done. Never mind. I mean, you can still see the white a little bit underneath, but I can't really do much about it. I mean, it's not even white, it just looks white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch it like, yeah, like this. And then if I need to come back through to make sure that it's properly, because otherwise it might stand, you know, the edge might come up a little bit, but hopefully not. And I don't mind going over it twice. Not sure how I did that with the other one. Again, I'm taking the easy way out here. I just hope it works. I think it'll be fine. It's a Christmas ornament, you know, I mean, I'm not making a dress or anything. I'm being a bit, but I like things to be done well. And you know, I'm appalled at that. Just awful. And I just don't know how, well, appalled's a bit strong, but I'm extremely disappointed, put it that way, that it's so bad. But I am going to go around this again on the edges because I can see that it's coming up there. You know, and I don't like that. I don't want that. It creates a shadow and I don't like that. So I was just looking photos of my grandchildren earlier. Oh, I do miss them. It's been too long since I saw them. But they're little cuties, they really are gorgeous children in every way, in every sense of the word, you know, they're just lovely children. Really sweet and very loving. think I needed to have filled this a bit more, you know. Coming together though. Oh, that's tough to get through. Okay, so I'm at the top. I'm going to leave that just in case I need to adjust something. Okay, all right, so now I need to do the other side. And again, I could put that on the top, but let's just see. I need to do this, so I need to make sure I've got enough and a bit left over. I mean, I don't like wasting it, but all right, okay, let's carry on. Okay, and then what I think I'll do is I'll just stitch that down there. And then I will have to bring this back around. I know it's not obvious what I'm doing, I don't think it is anyway, but what I should have done was maybe stopped there, but I was going to bring it back around like this. Like that. I'm making a bit of a dog's ear of it, but yeah, I think I'm going to stop here for that, and then I might do the rest of the stitching first and neaten it up a little bit because it's a bit of a mess. But I'm going to do that off camera, and then I will show you the end result when I've finished. So I think I've been on a long time. Okay, so I will be back soon. Hello everyone, so it's the next day. I didn't get it finished last night. You can probably hear in my voice has gone again, but I didn't want to, let the video go to waste and not come on, just to let you know that I'd finished this. So I wrapped the ribbon, this ribbon here, around the bauble fully, took it all on the four sides, so that hides all of the edges, and then I just sewed little beads. I made a hanger like this, just sewed it on, and then I just covered it in beads going around the edges, so it worked out quite nicely. I'm really happy with it. I think it's so pretty. I'm really happy with it, and I just thought I'd just quickly show you some of the fabrics that I've got. I really love those colours, and I felt I could get away with them Christmassy. I'm not sure about these though. Maybe a gold one. That one might work, but maybe the red and gold together, I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, I'm really happy with it. I love my baubles. I just think they're adorable. And do go and download the pattern. This one I just stitched little stars on the three sides and some ribbon at the top. So yeah, I'm really happy with these. They're beautiful. I've got that big one. It's huge. But yeah, go to Anne Wood's website, download the the template, and you can make one yourself, and it's good fun. It keeps you busy. If you've got a couple of hours where to sit and sew and you've got little bits of fabric, you don't need fancy fabric. This one I used just plain fabric, and then I added bits of just little scraps like this over the top and sewed them on. So you know, any scraps that you've got would work. And then I just added a few last bits of sequins that I'd had for years and years and never used. So now I don't have any gold ones left, but I've just been searching through and I found some red ones, so I might make another one and do that. So anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd come on again, finish off the video and show you this, and I'm really happy with it. I love the colours. I think they go really well together in a way. I just love them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I don't know if I'm going to get on again before Christmas with everything that's going on with my voice. Hopefully seeing somebody this week about it again, just for a further update, so we'll see if anything happens with that. But yeah, it is a strain to talk when it's like this, so I won't I may not come on again depending on how things go over Christmas. But otherwise, if I don't see you again, have a lovely Christmas and New Year, or you know, a festive season, depending on if you celebrate Christmas or not. Whatever you're doing, you know, just enjoy it, and yeah, hope it's peaceful and happy, and you know, you have a good time. So take care everyone, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.